For example, a real case, there is a new, more effective way to kill people. It's called a new type of bombs that are dropped from an aeroplane and then about half a kilometer above the ground are splitted into hundreds of bomblets. So you destroy a whole area. Very beneficial. By the way, to solve this problem, we have to go much, much deeper. Okay? Anyhow, the Israeli DoD decides that we need this weapon. So they commission TAS, which is a large company in Israel which produces ammunition, and they finances the huge line to produce these bomblets. Very expensive line. These super ultra automated machines, very, very big. And this line is operational and it starts to produce bomblets, and not surprising, is not producing at the level that was designed. So 1 month after the other, they are falling more and more and more behind. The Israeli DoD becomes so concerned that they threatened that they will take back the order and they will give it to a German manufacturer. You are not Israeli, so you don't know how big is this insult. Okay? Move it to the Americans, fine, but to the Germans? At that time, one of the TOC people came to this plant, visited the line, and then he finds out something which is not a big surprise, which is the line is working, is activated 3 shifts a day, of course. But what happened when the shifts are changing? First of all, the people who worked on the line are going to have a shower, they change clothes, then they go outside, they are waiting for the buses that brings the replacement shift to come so they can go home. The people who came with these buses are now eating first, and then they change clothes, and then they man the line. So, on average, every time that there is a shift change, 3/4 of an hour is lost. Big deal. No, huge deal. So you analyze the line, and it's very easy to find out where is the bottleneck of the line. As a matter of fact, every person, not every manager, but every person that works on the line knows very well where the bottleneck is. And this bottleneck is a very complicated machine that is manned by 3 people. And the idea is very simple, of course. These 3 people should continue to activate this machine until the replacement have already eaten and changed clothes and are coming and are replacing them so the machine does not stop for 1 second. Now, these people that have just been relieved can go and shower and change clothes and go home. By the way, 3/4 of an hour each shift. This means about 10% more. That was about the gap. What was the answer when it was suggested such a triviality? How are they going to get home? The buses have already left. Get a taxi. Wait a minute. Depends on the shift. These 3 people might live in 3 different places. Get 3 taxis. Do you know how much a taxi costs? In other words, forget it. Idiotic idea. There was no choice but to do the calculations with them. Very easy to know how much a taxi costs. How much non-taxi cost? In other words, how much it costs this company if they do not get the taxis for these 3 people each shift. And the answer came out very straightforward, and each day they could have bought the taxi plus the white license to operate the taxi each day. That's how much non-taxi cost. You all TOC here, knowledgeable people, so you know how. But that's what I meant by that the actions should be taken took a totally new meaning. Things that were deemed as totally inefficient before, what do you want, for heaven's sake, it costs so much, the taxi, are now as the most important single actions that you have to take, much more than anything else.